folks do we have? Let me just go through what I want to say normally, and if we need to unwind some stuff, we can do that. Good morning. My name is Brian Henderson. I'll be the hearing officer for this morning's administrative hearings. And the plan was to hear these items in the following order. Citation number 214-50558, 214-51256, 214-50965, 214-50775, 214-49684, 214-51495, and 214-52292. So these hearings are being recorded, and we'll conduct the hearings the following way. I will have the individuals that will be presenting or speaking to be sworn in. I will, let's see, actually, I'll read the citation first, and then I'll do this. We'll do the swearing in. And then we'll give the Department of Public Works up to 3 minutes plus or minus to present their case. I'll give the appellant then time to present any their case or any testimony they may have. And if there is public comment, I will take public comment, and then give a little bit of time for any rebuttal. And given that, if I guess, do we have citations that we know we're going to postpone today? Clinton,
we do not. We just the notices went out, so theoretically, if everyone who has a citation was here and made their comment, that would be fine. But we do, because it was not posted, have to give the opportunity for public comment.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Do we have our 10 o'clock appellant here
and
today?
That is Matt Pemberton, and I believe Matt is here, so we will allow Matt to talk. And Matt, we're going to have Ian present first, correct? And then Matt.
So what I'll do, let me read the item, and then we'll swear in Matt and Public Works.
Excellent.
And then we'll have Public Works jump right in. So again, this is citation number 214-50558, an appeal for violations of the Municipal Health Code, Section 280, and the Public Works Code, Section 174, at 1497 20th Avenue. So, Clint, I'll hand it back to you to swear in those who are going to speak.
Okay, Matt Pemberton, you're present?
Correct.
And okay, we've allowed you to speak. And do you swear that what you're testifying to be true and accurate?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you are okay with foregoing the continuance and having your case heard today?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so now let's swear in Public Works and give Public Works an opportunity to present their case.
Okay, we have Ian. You are going to present for Nancy Wong and the inspectors. And do you swear to everything you are presenting today to be true and accurate?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ian, can you spell your name for me?
Sure. First name is Ian, I-A-N, and the last name is Schneider, spelled S-C-H-N like Nancy, E-I, D like David, E-R.
Thank you, Ian. Please proceed.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Matt, for coming. On Friday, February 19th, 2021 at 3:50 p.m., while driving on the 1400 block of 20th Avenue in Kirkham, I, speaking for Inspector Nancy Wong, discovered illegal dumping at the corner of 20th Ave and Kirkham on the sidewalk. Upon further investigation, The address of this illegal dumping was at 1497, 1499 20th Avenue, with 5 green chairs, a brown TV console, metal shoe rack, clear candy dish, silver cake pan, egg container, water pitcher, metal colander, a bunch of tennis shoes, serving food tray, pink airplane, and house kitchen filter. I then confirmed with Recology refuse collection service staff named Metra that this address did not have a bulky item pickup scheduled for that day. Metra stated that they did make a call in January 2021 for a scheduled pickup, but not this time on February 19th or for these specific items back in January. The account holder at this address is Mandy Tripp, and they have 32-gallon compost bin, 32-gallon trash bin, and a 32-gallon recycle bin, all serviced on Thursdays. As the items were dumped on the public right away, a short distance from the residence on a non-collection day, I issued a citation to both account holder Mandy Tripp as well as property owner Farlow Family Trust for violating Health Code 280 and Public Works Code 174.
Okay, Mr. Pemberton, what do you got?
Hi, good morning. Well, as Ms. Wong noted, we did schedule a bulk item pickup for January 27th of this year. We got rid of several electronic items and other things. None of this citation mentions my neighbor Mandy Tripp, who's lives at 1499. In fact, the citation only mentions my wife by name, and we are not property owners, we are renters. So I'm confused as to why we're being cited for something that we don't own. Secondly, we've lived here for 10 years and our corner is a regular dumping ground. After the citation, the following weekend, March 13th, I found more refuse dumped on the corner. The following weekend, the March 20th, I was sitting in my backyard and I heard people dump on our corner, get back in their car and leave. And I took photos of that as well. In addition, there was a homeless person sleeping in that same location the following weekend after the citation. And again, I'm very baffled to hear that my neighbor Mandy was mentioned because she's nowhere on this form whatsoever. The form only mentions my wife by name. And again, we are renters. We are not responsible for the property or the building, so I don't understand why it's being billed to us.
All right, and so you're saying that this none of this debris that was on the sidewalk was yours?
That's correct. I don't know if you know, but the Sunset is losing people. We're losing about 150% of our population since last year. And so it's ironic that as people are moving out and dumping their stuff, you're finding current residents who are still managing to stick it out here. In this time, my wife was unemployed because of the closure order. She's a self-employed massage therapist and she was not able to work in this time. So $500 is a lot of money for us as well. But again, we did not dump this. We did schedule a Recology pickup. Our house and our corner is a regular dumping ground. This morning, there is a mattress across the street from my home. So I don't know how the city determines who's responsible for what, but did anyone see us dump that? Do we have evidence that my wife or I did the dumping? Other than a citation from 3:50 p.m. on February 19th. Did anybody ring our bell and ask if we did it? No. So I don't understand why we're being fined.
All right, well, I'll let Public Works respond to that.
Oh, and in addition, the administrative office number listed on the citation, when I called it twice, says it's a defunct, no longer a county number, which seems like a really hard way to contest a hearing or contest a citation. It'd be nice if your information was accurate.
Yeah, I'll
That's
again,
number 415-554-5863.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Matt, for the information. The administrative offices recently moved into the new building on South Van Ness, and so we've since updated the form since you received your citation. Apologies on that. That's no good. I'm happy that you were able to schedule it. Mr. Henderson, am I able to ask the appellant a quick question? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a separate garbage service for 1497 and 1499 20th Ave, or are they combined?
We have one separate trash can, but we share the compost and recycling bins.
And is it paid for by the landlord, or do you guys
So it
split
is
the
not.
bill?
We split the bill.
We split the bill. Okay. My understanding from this narrative is that the account holder should have been issued the citation, if that's under Mandy Tripp's name. I'm honestly not sure how your wife's name got onto the invoice. Based on the information we have, it should have gone to both the property owner, Farlow Family Trust, as well as the account holder, Mandy. And the citation copy of the citation I have here has the Farlow Family Trust as the primary violator there.
Well, the copy I have was provided to me by my landlord. It says first notice 2/24/2021, and it only lists my wife's name, Pemberton Anya of 1499 20th, and that's not our address. We're 1497.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's
again,
that's just the invoice portion.
Oh, that's the invoice portion. So that's not the
Yeah.
full citation.
Correct.
Got it. So we were not provided the full citation.
Yeah, any advice from Public Works on how to handle the situation for the appellant? They stated this was not their trash, this debris. They had a bulk pickup, the week or two before, and it's a pretty regular occurrence. These are all compelling items to me. So if you have a response to that, to these items or advice, please share.
Well, the appellant is 100% correct that the corner properties are particularly subject to illegal dumping incidences. Oftentimes, we see bulk item pickups scheduled, but because it's a move out type of situation, the bulk item pickup is not enough to satisfy the needs of debris that needs to be thrown away. And so sometimes folks will illegally dump the excess items that they couldn't include in their bulk item schedule pickup because if it's a large move out situation. I do agree that based on the photographs and the inspection, there is no clear line connecting the appellant to this debris. There's nothing I can say that connects them other than the location and the proximity to the residents.
Okay. Let me ask you if there's first of all, discussion done on this item from both appellant and Public Works?
And as far as advice to the appellant, because that's ultimately what we both want, is a cleaner San Francisco and a cleaner 20th and Kirkham. Definitely call into 311 any of the illegal dumping incidences that you described. Not only does that get it cleaned up quicker, but it also provides some level of assurance that you are also committed to making sure that these kinds of these areas are getting cleaned up properly.
Thank you. I can do that. To be perfectly blunt, when I have called 311 for certain things, they haven't been terribly helpful.
All right.
So-
Public? Let me ask if there's any public comment.
We do have one person with their hand raised. That was Elena Ingerman. And go ahead, Elena, you're free to, you'll need to unmute your phone. Elena, are you there? Elena.
She's saying we can't hear you, Elena. But we did see in the chat that you said, "Can you hear us? Can you hear me?" So we are not hearing you at the moment.
I guess in the absence or with the issue of audio problems,
Yeah, she's saying she's going to try to reconnect. Something isn't working, so maybe we can come back to her.
right,
Can you
well,
hear
we're-
me now?
Oh, there we go. Yes,
Sorry.
Elena.
I'm
please.
actually, I didn't realize, sorry, I'm gonna lower my hand. I believe I'm the next citation. I did not mean to have my hand raised. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay.
for
All right.
the-
We'll be ready for you. If there's no other,
Sorry about that.
no worries. If there's no other public comment, I will go ahead and send out my decision on this this item within the next couple of weeks. So I thank everybody involved.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
being said, let's see. So our next item is citation. We'll jump right into it. Is citation number 214-51256. An appeal for violation of the Municipal Health Code, Section 280 at 2600 Noriega Street. So Elena, did you hear about how we proceed?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Why don't I go ahead and let Public Works present their case, and then we'll swear you in and have you present any rebuttal.
All right.
Hey, good morning, Elena. Thanks for joining. On Monday, March 1st, 2021 at 11:46 a.m., while performing a routine inspection, I, speaking for Inspector Nancy Wong, found cardboard boxes and a black metal bed frame at the curb by the tree basin at the corner of Noriega and 33rd Avenue, and determined the debris had come from 2600 Noriega Street. I then verified with Recology Refuse Collection Service for 2600 Noriega Street is in the name of Elena Ingerman, with a 32-gallon compost bin, 32-gallon trash bin, and 64-gallon recycle bin serviced on Mondays. Because I found cardboard boxes and the black metal frames were dumped on the sidewalk alongside a city tree on a non-collection day, 100 feet away from the residence, I issued a citation to Elena Ingerman for violating Municipal Health Code 280.
Righty, Elena, let's go ahead and swear you in. Clinton.
Okay, Elena, do you swear to what you are about to state is true and accurate to the best of your ability?
Yes, I swear.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this property, 2600 Noriega Street, belongs to my parents. I am the trustee of the property. I do not reside at the property, neither do my parents. They are incapacitated. The people who reside at 2600 Noriega, it's a corner house on the corner of 33rd and Avenue and Noriega Street. Tenants reside there. It is a family. I spoke with the tenants. They are not responsible for the illegal dumping. In fact, and I am not responsible for the illegal dumping either. I am also really shocked that DPW decides to find the nearest convenient property owner. That is not responsible behavior. I spoke with the tenants. They were not responsible for the illegal dumping. In fact, they have video cameras set up that point both to 33rd Avenue and to the Noriega side of the house. And you can see people, I asked the tenants to dig up the video footage from those days. You can see a person in the videos. There's daytime footage and nighttime footage. The daytime footage clearly shows somebody walking several times with large bulky boxes, putting them on the corner, and then walking away with no boxes in their arms. And then the nighttime footage shows people carrying large, it looks like a mattress frame or a bed frame. The footage is grainy, but you can see them carrying long items to the corner and leaving them. The people are walking down 33rd Avenue and leaving the items at the corner. And I believe that the boxes in the video footage that are carried by the person doing the illegal dumping have the word Lowe's on them, similar to the pictures that were sent to me from DPW. So I was not responsible for the illegal dumping. The tenants were not responsible for the illegal dumping, and we have video footage showing somebody putting boxes and bed frames at the corner.
Video footage possible to share?
Is there a way for me to share my screen? I mean, I have the video footage on my computer. It's in several pieces. They are very short videos.
It is possible for you to share your screen. Would you like to do that?
Sure. Can you,
Yes.
how would I do that?
I will promote you to a panelist and you'll have that option.
Okay, so let me go to my downloads. Here we go.
Actually, this is the kind of thing I would like to see some interaction between the appellant and Public Works prior to the hearing. It sounds like maybe there might have been some issues with the move and communication.
I'm sorry, what, hello?
Brian, your audio cut out a little bit toward the end.
Sorry, I was just stating that this is the exact kind of thing I would like to see coordinated between the appellant and Public Works prior to a hearing. We probably could have avoided this hearing altogether, or likely could have, but yeah, I mean, if we're able to view it, and great, but if not, I'd really like to see some coordination between Elena, yourself, and Public Works on this.
I called Public Works. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I did call Public Works to schedule the hearing. I also had a letter with a defunct number on it. I tried calling Nancy Wong. I left her a voicemail. She did not respond to my voicemail. So I had to schedule a hearing.
All right. So yeah, I do appreciate your efforts to try to coordinate this prior, and Public Works. Yeah, it did come up that the number on some of the forms from earlier where it was has been updated on newer forms.
Eventually, when Nancy Wong's direct line was on the form, I did leave her a voicemail as well. I did not leave a voicemail at the defunct number. Nancy Wong never called me back.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Let me see if I can share my screen here. Give me a moment, please. Let's see. Well, okay. Files. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Downloads. Okay. I'm sharing my downloads folder, but you need to see. Let me try playing the video and see if I can share it there. Okay.
If it doesn't work out.
Well, let me just show you a quick, here's one. Okay. Okay, so it's playing, and now let me see if I can make it share properly. Here we go. Windows Media Player. Okay. It's a little slow. Can you see this?
Yeah, so it's a very good video. It's a lot better than I pictured.
Yeah. So, and you can see the person walking over with boxes, and now they're walking back. Whoops, sorry. There's another video where you can see them clearly walking away with no boxes in their arms after walking to the corner with boxes. I have about 8 of these videos. Let me see if
what I'm going to suggest, Elena, is to we have Ian here with us.
Are you able to see this one?
I'm able to see, and actually the last one we did see a quick flash of.
Yeah, and here's a person. This is a better one of them walking away. So I don't know who this person is. I mean, would you like to see the bed frames?
No, I've seen enough.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
And if we could, Elena. I believe you. Yes. I mean, the reason we do this is to try to Yeah, obviously there's been a coordination issue in this particular case, but the reason we, Public Works does this is really to try to improve the conditions in the city. And unfortunately you fell victim to somebody illegally dumping it that appears in your, near your home. And if you heard the advice from the last appellant, please, use the 311. Ian, any other suggestions?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, Elena. There's no question that the department owes you several apologies. I am completely comfortable overturning this citation. There's no question that it was issued in error based on the evidence you provided. And I want to apologize for issuing the citation and causing you any stress around that, and also apologize for the lack of callback that you received. I am happy to take responsibility. I'm managing this team anew as of this month, April 2021. And I can promise you that we're going to do a better job of communication with residents such as yourself and better coordination. I completely agree with the hearing officer that this could have been avoided if we had been in contact the way we should have been. So thank you for providing the video evidence. Thank your tenants as well for their dedication. And please do not hesitate to reach out to us directly. And I'm happy to share my contact info with you separately if you continue to be a victim of this kind of dumping. I think the video evidence you provide can actually lead to enforcement on the right violators. So
I'm happy to provide the video footage, and I think the tenant was also very helpful. But I want to stress how unfair it is to find the nearest homeowner. This is, I mean, we all have garbage pickup. In fact, I pay for the garbage pickup for the tenants. It's part of their rent. If they need to, we will call for bulky item pickup. It is not the homeowners who are doing this. And 33rd Avenue in Noriega is a constant dumping ground. When my parents lived there, I had to call, I don't know how many times, for illegal dumping. So you can't just go around finding the nearest convenient homeowner.
yeah, you're right. Thank you.
I summed it up pretty well for me. So if there's no public comment, you'll go ahead and you'll get my official response in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much. Okay, are we ready for the next one? Clinton, are we ready for 214-50-965? We have an appellant.
That would be if it's Simonetta Ballier, if they are present. If not, we would put them, I believe she is. And so we'll go ahead and get a start.
Okay, if she can hear me, I'll go ahead and read the item, and we'll
swear
jump
in.
in. Well, yes. All right. So we have, once again, citation number 214-50-965, an appeal for violation of Municipal Health Code section 280 at 2388 Union Street. So what we can do is go ahead and have Public Works present their case first, and then we'll call up the appellant and swear the appellant in.
Okay. Good morning again. I'll be presenting on behalf of Inspector Nancy Wong. On Thursday, February 25th, 2021 at 7:22 a.m. while performing a routine inspection, I discovered 3 cardboard boxes placed on the sidewalk alongside a bus stop between 2 utility poles fronting 2388 Union Street. And I determined that this was illegally dumped by a resident of the 5-unit apartment building adjacent there. I then verified with the Recology Refuse Collection Service, Angela. She stated no, there was no bulky item collection. No service, gallon comp bin, gallon recycling bin serviced on Wednesdays. As the cardboard boxes were dumped in front of the bus stop 100 feet away from the residence, I issued a citation to both Simonetta Ballier and Simonetta Ballier Trust, care of the Broadwalk Investments, for violating Municipal Health Code 280.
Did I hear you say, it was a little bit jumbled, but did I hear you say that there was evidence that it was dumped by a tenant?
No, the inspector, based on her inspection at that time, determined that it was dumped by a resident of one of the five unit apartment building adjacent to the dumping location.
I see. And was that because of an address on a box or something like that?
I'm looking at the images and I see some labels on the boxes, but I don't see any close-up labels with identifying information on them.
Okay. Let's go ahead and swear in the appellant.
Okay, so I just, is it Simonette?
Simonetta.
Hi, Simonetta. Okay, do you swear or affirm the statements and evidence you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, I was told by Nancy there were no labels on these boxes. I've owned the building since 1986. I've never had a problem like this before. And it's not even in front of my building. It's in front of the building next door to me. And it's a bus stop. And I called the garbage company. I pay between $320 to $340 a month for garbage. I have a huge garbage area. The tenants always put their garbage by the garbage can or in the blue bins, right? They'd never put it on the street. My manager notified, I live in Napa, California. I've been to San Francisco. The last time I was there was 8 months ago. My tenants, each one of them have said they did not put those boxes there. I don't have cameras out there because I don't have the internet. Anyway, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not sure you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, we hear
Anyway,
you well. Thank you.
Nancy said there were no labels on the boxes. She said she gave the citation to my building and to the building next door because she doesn't know who it belongs to. But I called the garbage company yesterday and they said this happens all over town. People dump garbage everywhere. And she said, well, it's a bus zone. So somebody could have just had it in their truck and just dumped it there. And like I said, there were no labels. There's no way to prove it belongs to any of my units. I've never had this problem. Why would they carry it through the building? It's much harder to carry it through the building than it is to carry it down the back stairs where the garbage cans are, which they're right there. It's much easier to bring them down the back stairs. They can even throw them over the ledge. So they would not put them out. My tenants would not put them out there. And my manager talked to every unit, and each one said no, they didn't see anybody do it, but they didn't do it. And if there had been a label on it, believe me, they would have paid for this, but they didn't do it. So I can't be accused of something that none of my tenants did or I did. It upsets me a lot because I'm a true recycler. I recycle everything. So that it bothers me a lot.
Any response from Public Works?
Thank you.
Public Works, if they have a response.
Yeah, thank you, Simonetta, for your testimony. I'm also not seeing any identifying information from the images that were provided to me by the inspector. And I do agree with you that there's no clear line between your tenants and this debris.
So you're saying there's no way to prove it. I know they wouldn't put it there. They're good tenants. And I've never had a problem before. But Nancy said there were no labels on it. I was hoping there would be, but there were none.
Yeah, I don't see any address labels, just
No.
some general like mail,
Yeah,
some general merchandise labels.
right. I was thinking maybe somebody stole these boxes, TVs, and then just dumped the boxes here. But I don't know. Anyway, but Nancy, the person I talked to, the garbage company yesterday, said people drop couches off everywhere. They do all sorts of things. But I don't. You can't accuse the building owner for people put their crap. There used to be a garbage can here, and because it's a bus stop, people used to dump their garbage there, but they took it away. But I guess this is the first time I've seen anything else, but I guess I don't live there. But I've told my manager to tell the tenants if they ever see anything to let 311 know. Now that I found that out yesterday. So
Thank you.
That's definitely good advice. Thank you.
thank you.
Any public comment? All righty, I will go ahead and send out my decision in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much for being present, Simonetta and Ian, for your testimony. Okay, that brings us to citation number 214-50775. First of all, do we have an appellant?
Megan Phelps is present, and once after Public Works presents theirs, I will swear in Megan.
Okay, very good. So citation number 214-50775 is an appeal for violation of the Municipal Health Code Section 280 at 1766 Union Street.
Okay, thank you. I'll be presenting on behalf of Inspector Nancy Wong. On Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021 at 12 noon, while on a routine inspection, I was driving on the 1700 block of Union Street and discovered a huge cardboard box between a streetlight pole and a parking meter. Upon further investigation, I found shipping labels on the box identifying it as belonging to Megan Phelps at 1766 Union Street, Apartment D, a residence located on this same block. I then verified with Recology Refuse Collection Service and spoke with staff Zach to see if they scheduled a pickup. Zach stated no, they did not, and thus I determined that this debris was illegally dumped fronting the property. This property has a 1-yard bin, 96-gallon recycle bin, and 32-gallon compost bin, all serviced on Tuesdays. As the cardboard boxes were dumped in front of the property between the street light pole and the parking meter on the sidewalk, I issued a citation to both Megan Phelps, as well as 1764-1777 Union Street LLC, care of Mohammed and Farida Sheikh, for violating Municipal Health Code 280.
Okay, let's go ahead and swear in.
Okay, Megan, you should be able to talk. Are you there, Megan?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Megan. Do you swear or affirm that the statements and evidence you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
great. So I am here today because I would like to contest the citation. Upon oath, whatever, we put it in the recycling bin that is in the gate next to our apartment building. I wanted to see if there was a way to look at, street footage. Also, I thought it was interesting. I have a suspicion that when the recycling team came to pick it up, they, had left it. We didn't, it was like very neatly placed in between on the street based on the images. So I have a suspicion that the recycling company, took it out. They were going to put it away and then they, left it or perhaps ran out of room. I'm unsure. But I can say that I put it in the designated recycling bin. I've never left trash on the street. It's something that our landlord is, he's very conscientious about, and all of the tenants are incredibly respectful, right? Like it's my block, it's where I live. I don't want it to be filled with trash. And so, it says that the citation was issued on, 23rd or whatever. It was the same day that the recycling truck came. So, I'd love to see if you guys can help me either review footage or track the, the timing of the recycling truck and when the citation was issued, because I did not leave it out on the street.
Well, thank you, Megan. My main concern, based on what I'm hearing, the images of the debris, I'm kind of holding my paper up. The cardboard boxes are not really broken down such that they would fit into a recycle cart. That's my main concern, is I'm not seeing how this could have been placed into the bin and then removed and not collected based on the size and shape. Generally, the recycling pickup takes place early in the morning, between 5 and 9 a.m. And this was taken at noon, probably after collection had taken place.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is I stuck it in the bin. And so it wasn't correct. It was not folded. But we stuck it in there. So it may have been sticking out of the bin, but it was definitely in the bin. So, if the picture is taken after it was recycled, then yes, likely it feels like the recycling company came and then left it on the street.
So, and as you mentioned, the items were kind of propped up in between some street furniture, kind of placed out there somewhat neatly. That's usually not how the garbage company would leave garbage. Generally, they'll remove all items that fit their stream, and they won't leave things propped up neatly in between street furniture.
That's fine. I don't know. I'm by no means an expert on, their practices. I'm simply saying that I put it in the recycling bin and did not leave it on the street. So, if there's another way to check, like if there's street camera footage, or if there was someone else that moved it, I'm unsure, but I put it in the recycling bin. And so, I think it's unfortunate that I'm in this position now.
As far as footage is concerned, you would have to survey your neighbors and see if there's any private cameras. If there's any public cameras, generally that footage can only be accessed through an information request form, and usually needs a police record number associated with it to get that footage. So there might be some private cameras that can explain what happened here.
So then I guess, what I'm trying to understand is, so now you're putting, I guess, the burden on me to find this, even though, I'm saying this is essentially this is like a city issue.
Well, our department found the items that should have been in the garbage container and they weren't, and they were placed out in a fashion that is common for illegal dumping or discarding abandoned items. And it had identifying information on it that led us to your address.
I guess I'm just I'm a little bit at a loss right now because I did put it in the recycling bin. So, is this just an issue of the recycling company was it wasn't folded properly? I guess I'm just trying to understand what to do about this.
Yeah, I can't speculate on what happened. I can only, speak to what I see in the evidence and my understanding of normal operations. Generally, the garbage company takes the cart, the recycling cart, hooks it up to the truck, and dumps all of its contents into the truck's container. They're not, using their hands to pick through the items within the cart. That's the general practice for their operation. I can't speak to this specific instance in that regard, though. I don't have any evidence of that.
Okay, so is there a way you could help clarify with the recycling company?
I can certainly reach out. Sometimes if there are issues with customer setouts, the driver will make notes. It's up to the driver, him or herself, to make a note about that. My inspector did contact the garbage company and they confirmed that there was no pickup scheduled. And it's not listed here. I can confirm if the driver had any notes about your account that could shed some light on this. I would think that it would be included in this report, but I can certainly reach out myself and ask those specific questions if they didn't get asked the first time.
Ms. Phillips, let me ask you a question. Did you bring this can out to the curb that morning?
No.
Who did that?
I'm not sure who does it. I live in an apartment. So I'm unsure who is responsible for taking out the cans.
Is it possible that whoever took it out removed these items that were not broken down and set them in this manner?
Quite possibly, yes. I
So
mean,
that, so that they could fit other, I assume that this can is shared by all the tenants.
yes, quite possibly. That's the thing that I think like that's the disconnect is I'm unsure. I know I put the boxes in the recycling can, and so and they are quite large. So perhaps someone else took them out. I think that's what I'm trying to understand is who else could possibly have done it.
Now, in my experience doing this for many, many years, it's there's almost zero chance that it was a recycling company. It sounds like maybe whoever is responsible for bringing the cans out might have done this. So that might be something you want to inquire back, back with your landlord.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine and that makes sense. And I'm, happy to do that. I just think that, for the purposes of at least this call, right? Like I'm trying to reinforce that I did not do this. So, if there's a process to which I can help kind of like get this sorted, like, please do let me know. But I think that's what I'm trying to just understand.
Yeah, I definitely recommend breaking down your boxes. If you are in a shared space and you take up the entire recycle bin with your, with bulky material, that's probably not the best way to dispose of your boxes. But aside from that, I think I have the facts down. I'll review them and send out my response. Actually, let me open it up. Is there any public comment on this item? Okay, hearing none, I will go ahead and consider the facts and send out a response within a couple of weeks. Thank you, Ms. Phillips.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, and let's see, I think our next item is set for 11. Do we have an appellant on board already?
We have.
And you have, by the way, Ian, you have to hang out to the last one because unfortunately the last.
That's fine.
We have an attendee, someone from the public that's named Eric. And Eric, I will allow you to talk. Are you one of the persons for 1250 Sloat or 1338 Polk or 45 Lincoln Way? And you'll need to unmute, Eric. We have Jamil here, and I believe Jamil's for 1338 Polk. Still trying to find out if Eric is one of the appellants.
Right. Do we have anybody here? I see Public Works is here, but do we have anybody here for 1250 Sloat Boulevard? Okay, and if we're set for the 1115, why don't we jump to 1115 to the 1338 Polk?
Yes, and I believe the appellant is here for that. So
okay, so let's go ahead and jump into that one. So Ms. Harris, if you can hang tight, you might need to wait for another till the end as well. But let's go ahead and do 1115. I'll read that one. So what I'll do, just for the appellant, if you can hear me, I'll read the item. Have Public Works.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Brian. We actually do have someone from 1250 Sloat here. Alan Lynn, I believe, just arrived.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take that. Then we will take that one. So I'll go ahead and read the item here. Citation number 214-49684. An appeal for violation of the Municipal Health Code Section 280 at 1250 Sloat Boulevard. So we'll go ahead. Mr. Lynn will have Public Works present their case. Actually, we'll swear in Public Works and then have them present their case. So then we'll swear you in and have you present testimony. So let's start by swearing in our Public Works inspector. If you can start by stating your name.
My name is Enos Harris. Did you hear me?
Yes,
Am I
Clinton,
okay, perfect.
Clinton will swear you in now.
Yes, we hear you. And Ennis, do you swear to or affirm the evidence and the statement you're about to give will be the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Harris, you're on.
Oh, okay. On February 2nd, 2021, I received videos of a truck registered to Mr. Allen illegally dumping refuse at 625 Bayshore Boulevard. 4 videos emailed to me depicted a male in a Ford F-150 with California license plate 71945E as in Edward 2. Unloading materials from the truck bed, depositing it on the driveway of a property on Bayshore on March 24th, 2020, April 4th, 2020, January 24th, 2021, and most recently, February 1st, 2021. Based on the 4 videos of this truck illegally dumping within the city and county of San Francisco, I issued a citation to the registered owner for violating ordinance 280 in the amount of $1,000.
Okay, let's go ahead and swear in our appellant.
Okay, Alan, you'll need to unmute your microphone and let us know if you can hear us.
Hi, I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we're able to hear you, Alan. And so, Alan, do you swear or affirm that the statements and evidence you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Is there a video function? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to turn on my video camera, or am I okay with just with an audio?
We can promote you to a panelist if you have items to share. If you want to be on video, or if you want your video to face be shown, we can do that as well. It's your preference.
Oh, sure. Because I am actually here to represent my father. He doesn't speak English, so I wasn't sure if you guys needed to see him on the camera for this hearing.
Okay, I can go ahead and give you the ability to share your camera if you'd like. Go ahead, and you'll need to unmute as well. Yes, we see you now. We just need to hear you.
Great. Can you hear me now?
You're great.
Great, thank you. So thank you for your time, everybody. We are not here. I'm actually here to represent my father, who was the person in the video. We understand the violation that he has committed. We are not here to contest the violation. We're actually here to ask the group for leniency on the financial penalty. I spoke with my father. He understands his crime. I think the 3 reasons why we're asking for a leniency on the $1,000 fine to either be reduced or waived is, 1, I guess from what I understand from him is that he saw other people do it, which wasn't a great reason, but he doesn't speak English. He's not familiar, so he didn't know that it was strictly prohibited. And this is a matter that I've already spoken to him with, and he now understands that that is a not acceptable and a violation of city code. The second is that during COVID, it has presented a financial burden for us and for my father. So it's very difficult for him to be able to provide the $1,000 fine. And that's the second reason why he's asking for leniency against the penalty. And the third is just he is very remorseful, and he understands that the not crime, but the action he has committed, and he just wanted to see if there's any way that he can make it up other than a financial penalty because it is quite of a burden for the family at the moment.
Okay. Well, first of all, is there anybody who, is there a public comment or any more comment from Public Works on this one?
I don't have any more comment now.
Hearing none. If there's nothing else, I will go ahead and consider the facts and send out my decision within the next couple of weeks.
Great. Thank you. Do we expect a notice to be, do we expect to be notified via email or is it mail?
I know mail. I'm not sure about email. Can somebody else respond to that? How our appellants are notified?
Yes, this is Niall Simon from Public Works. I can send you both notification. I can send you notification both versus via email and mail.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah. Is there any other questions for us?
Nope. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, and we should be able to go to the next one, which is, bear with me and I will put the agenda up.
Yeah, actually, right. I know your appellant was here, and if your appellant can hear me right now, I'm going to go ahead and read the citation.
Yes, and this was for 1338 Polk, and I will go ahead and give him permission to speak and swear him in after Public Works.
Okay, very good. Again, citation number 214-51495, an appeal for violations of the Public Works Code, Section 35A, and Municipal Health Code, Sections 280 and 283 at 1338 Polk Street. And let's see, who do we have presenting for Public Works today? Let's start there.
So we actually have Clinton. Darren Mays is here. I think, can you promote him to panelist? And also, I'm a little confused. This location, 1338 Polk Street, received 2 citations. I wasn't sure if they were contesting both or just the one we've described here.
Well, I'm good to go either way. I'll leave that up to you guys.
Can you guys hear me?
We can, yes, we can hear you.
I can't seem to get this camera going.
You won't be able to unless you want to present. Or wait a minute, did you? Yeah, you should be a panelist. You should be able to share your screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this thing set up, but oh, here we go. Let me try this. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
No, I lost the picture. Oh, there I am. Why am I so big? Holy moly. Okay, so what do I need to do?
Fortunately, I'm not seeing you.
Can anybody see me?
I see you, Darren.
Okay.
Mine just switched. It might be a delay on my side.
I see Mr. Scheidner, and I see Mr. Hender somebody. Henderson? Okay. So tell me what you need from me.
Okay, so we'll swear you in first.
Okay.
Clinton will take care of that.
So do you swear or affirm that
actually, let's start by stating your name.
Darren Mays, Supervisor 1 and Captain of Zone A in San Francisco, Department of Public Works, badge number 39.
Excellent. Do you swear or affirm that the statements and evidence you're about to present are the truth and the whole truth, but nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I heard you guys talk about they have had 2 citations. My citation I wrote on February the 4th, 2020. I don't know if you guys have these packets already, but it seems that Nancy Wong wrote them a citation, or maybe it was an NOV, on February 7th, 2020. And then on 7/18/2019, they were, Tessa Jones wrote them a citation for cardboard. And then on May 3rd, 2019, they received another notice, NOV for cardboard, or excuse me, to failure to initiate or provide sufficient refuse service from Nancy Wong. So that's the history. But concerning the citation I wrote, I was on routine patrol in Zone A, which is my area, Polk Street and Pine, where I found next to the city can across the street from the restaurant, numerous pizza boxes and where's my photos? Where's my photos? Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Nope. Garbage dumped by the city can. So I went through the bags and there were, everything pointed towards the restaurant. And so I issued them a citation for violations of illegal dumping, 280, improper containerization. Yeah, there they are. Improper containerization of garbage output and misuse of a city receptacle. And then one of the representatives from the restaurant signed the citation, and I informed them that they could schedule a hearing. Those, yes, sir, thank you. Those are all the photos. There's receipts there and pizza boxes and other identifiers that point to their restaurant.
Okay, let's go ahead and swear in the appellant.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay, so Jamil, are you there?
Yes, Honor, I'm here.
Okay.
I hope you can hear me, guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Jamil. Do you swear to or affirm that the statements and evidence you're about to present will be the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear. I swear.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, my English is not that good as the supervisor good. I'll do my best to explain. And if you don't understand anything, Your Honor, just let me know. We are in before Corona. He talking about the citation in April. That's true. And I went to the court. Yeah, I used to leave my garbage outside. We paid the company called Recology Golden Gate $330. That's before 2019. You know, we are cross street from the clubs, a lot of clubs in Polk Street and a lot of homeless in San Francisco. So 2 times they give me, like, when the customer eats something, I used to have my logo on the boxes. I mean, just to bring more business, you know. When the customer, some customer, they get the food from the one slice from the box, they throw it somewhere. And those, you know, I respect those guys. They don't do a good job. You know, sometimes they take pictures. You know, then they call me 2 times. I went to the office in Market. Then they make it. They said, okay, don't worry about it. We're gonna don't give you nothing. But one time in April, I think it was over a year. I went to the court because same thing. Someone bought the boxes like more than 10-15 foot from my store and bought one my logo box. That's why I stopped doing box. And the funny things, that time I used to pay the city because of that mess. Because of that mess with the homeless, I pay $330 a month to keep my garbage inside. That's just 64 gallon, 2 64 gallon, and one, the blue one, is smaller. I pay them $100 more, so I pay almost $420 every month for a whole year. When I went to the court and I showed the owner and I talked to them, and after that they just tell me we'll be to by the mail. And I give a big thank to the city work. I said, you guys doing good job. And seriously, they do a good job. But because of Corona, I have to cancel the $100 extra to keep the garbage inside because it's very tough. A lot of restaurants closed. And we just keep open for the neighborhood with a half employee. We let half of the employee of the restaurant go away on ADD because we cannot afford them just to keep open. Then we keep the garbage outside. He show you like a garbage with the ticket of my restaurant. That's true, but this is just if you go to my store, this is just like maybe 5 to 10 foot. I'm not that great with the foot, but from my I can go there for what 10 steps to that garbage. I went to when I get that ticket, I go to the ecology, Golden Gate, and they show me, I don't know, they give me the same night because the same night my worker, when I said I swear that I don't close my store by 3 in the morning because we close at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, depending on the business. I leave by 5 to 6 p.m. But when I asked my worker, did anybody put the garbage there? They said never. But the homeless, they do that all the time, you know. So I went to the ecologist of Golden Gate. They bring me. They said, yes, you have a surface. I have the copy here for the three big trash can. They don't have a lock on it. So when we are a restaurant, we serve food, we serve pizza. And by 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, those guys, the Skygill company, they come in by 4, 5, 3, 3:30, depends on their time and their route. So homeless, they come when they see garbage in front, like a liquor store or like some other store, they don't go to the garbage looking for something to eat. But when they see restaurant, they go, it's Corona, everybody hungry, you know, people, it's a big mess for everybody. So when they search that one, they take it away there. So they move it, they trash it everywhere. It's just pretty hard to control. They just broke my windows 3 times. And last year, one time, it cost me like $1,000. I mean, a lot of homeless in the city, but you cannot control
30
it.
seconds.
Yes, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to give you 30 more seconds if you want to finish up.
Okay. Yeah, one more thing. I got this paper is ready to send it to the court. And one more witness called Johnson, DBW. He's there for whole year in the area. I said, Jamil, let the judge call me. You keep your area is very clean every day. He said, my phone number 415-940-1515. He can call me anytime. I'll be your witness. That's the supervisor of DBW. He said, you guys keeping everything clean and good. You guys doing good job. So I don't know what's happened when the homeless moving some bags. You guys take me $750 ticket. That's a lot of money. $750 ticket. That's I can pay my BG&E, my water, my phone, my internet. It's just a lot of money in that time. You guys killing us. There's a lot of restaurant closed. We don't want to close because we serve in the area around us, the neighborhood for like 11 years. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thanks everybody.
Let me ask you a question. I might be a little confused. You're paying? You're currently paying extra right now to have your trash, and refuse pickup from inside your facility?
No, Your Honor, I stopped it since Corona came. I stopped it because I cannot afford the $100. It saved me for 1 year now. I saved $1,200.
Okay.
I used to. After the city work and said like 2-3 times they contact me, though I bought it inside.
Public Works want to respond? It sounds like there was a history here. Are we aware of the history at this property?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
There is a history of dumping of boxes at Frank Norris or across the street at Pine and Polk at the City Can and bus stop. This day was a Monday. I don't believe his garbage pickup is on a Monday. They were in black bags. 2 large black bags have been thrown by the City Can and torn apart by, I assume, the homeless. I can't say who, but there is a history of illegal dumping here going back to 2019, May 3rd, 2019.
But it sounds like the appellant has coordinated with Public Works in the past in a positive manner. Is that something we can collaborate?
I cannot, my suspicion is there are corridor workers on Polk Street, and I can't prove this, but my suspicion is the appellant asks if he can dump his garbage by the city can where he knows a city truck will pick up the garbage, and maybe the corridor worker in that area gets something out of it. I can't prove this, but I've heard rumors. And so that's what I think is going on. He doesn't pay for Recology because he can dump his trash, and then the corridor worker will get somebody in a city truck to pick up the garbage.
Can I speak?
Yes, please. Yes, you're well.
I have a history, Your Honor, for 11 years. I pay since first month we opened the store, we pay Recologies, and this guy, they are very expensive. And we have one for green, it's 64 gallon. I have the paper. If you wanna open the camera for me, I'll show you the paper from them. I mean, this is, you can go find out. I can send the court all the record for 11 years. We good people. We take care of the garbage. We can bring, if we want to throw the garbage through the street, we can just, what we're gonna do? We can just get the smaller one. I pay $330. That's a lot of money to just put garbage. And I used to pay $420 for whole year. This is record can get easy from the Department of Recology, Golden Gate. We good people. We don't throw nothing there. I mean, an 11 years restaurant on some area, the area of Friday, Saturday, Sunday night is a lot of, I'm sorry for increase my voice. I just finished 1 week, I was sick. It's just that area, all clubs, all homeless, you know, it's just a big mess. We do our best to keep it clean. But when homeless came and opened, and this is happened to everybody, not only me. When homeless came and searched the trash, he not gonna organize, put everything back to the can. He doesn't care. He need to go. So I can prove it. I don't pay nobody from city work to help me. I take my boxes. I pay $330 to the garbage company. And if any extra of boxes, we just take it to the like next to the Chevron and Caesar Chavez and Napolina. They take it for free. They take it, and that's not every time. Thank you so much. I'm ready for any question. Thank you.
Okay. Any further comment on this one?
Just that the photos I submitted on that day speak volumes.
Yeah, any public comment?
No, sir.
No,
All right.
With their hand raised.
Do we do have a hand raised, did you say?
We do not. We do not.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. I want to thank both Darren and Jamil. Thank you for presenting today. I will take the facts under consideration and send out my response within a couple of weeks.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, so Brian, we only have one left, which is for 45 Lincoln Way. And at the moment, we don't have anyone here from 45 Lincoln Way, to my knowledge. We want to.
And we're early. We still have till 11:30 for when it's supposed to start. So why don't we
take a 9-minute break?
Yeah, we can wait till yes, yeah, absolutely. We can wait until actually I'll give the person until 11:35 to show up, and then we'll call it. We'll read it in and well, I guess we have to give them a continuance for a week, but yes, that's we can.
Brian, I can always give them a call if you want them to start earlier. It's up to you. It's your decision.
Oh yeah, no, sure. If we can get it done.
Okay, I'll reach out to them now.
And with issues myself right now and can't take notes.
All right, I just spoke with David and he should be joining soon.
Very good. So Ian, you're up on this one when we do get the appellant on board. And Ian, you go by Ian, not Ian, correct?
That's what my parents told me 40 years ago.
All right. I just I hear your staff calling you Ian. I want to make sure I'm not.
Story of my life. You know, people see the name, they pronounce it. It's fine. No big deal. I've been called worse.
Yes, indeed. Well, hey, by the way, welcome aboard. It's great to have you.
Thanks. Yes, I used to be in this position, and I presented to you back before, but that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. So.
Yeah. You are. Yes, I do know you.
We're vaguely familiar from back in the day. Yeah. Well, thanks for
Okay,
doing it.
so we do have the appellant here, David. So David, once Public Works presents, then I will swear you in, and we'll go ahead.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with Public Works presenting their testimony. I'll read the item here. We have citation number 214-52292, an appeal for violation of Municipal Health Code Section 280 at 45 Lincoln Way.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for joining. I'll be presenting on behalf of Inspector Nancy Wong on this one. On Monday, March 15th, 2021 at 11:45 a.m. while performing a routine inspection, I discovered a white washing machine, black and tan printed rug, 2 white striped pillows, and a framed picture illegally dumped at the intersection of 2nd Avenue and Lincoln Way on the sidewalk at the corner up against a 10-unit apartment building of 45 Lincoln Way. Upon further inspection, I did not find bulky item collection signage anywhere. I then verified with Recology Refuse Collection Staff Leo that service for 45 Lincoln Way is in the name of account holder Todd Magaline, with a 32-gallon compost bin serviced on Fridays, 96-gallon trash bin, and 96-gallon recycle bin serviced Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 32-gallon compost bin as well. As the white washer, rug, 2 pillows, and painting were dumped on the sidewalk on a non-collection day with no scheduled pickup, I issued a citation to both Todd Magaline and property owner Nicole Sherry Kilgore, care of Kilgore Nicole Sherry Trust, for violating Municipal Health Code 280.
Okay, let's go ahead and swear in the appellant.
All right. Can you hear me?
David, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. I had to unmute as well. All right. David, do you swear or affirm that the statements and evidence you are about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
I didn't see your name anywhere or hear your name anywhere in the notice. What do you got?
Well, okay. Well, that, you know, normally, see, I'm the property manager. So what I go by the building probably once, twice a week, right? And whenever it's there, if I ever see anybody dumping things, which for some reason that corner is notorious for getting a lot of things dumped, you know, and I call 311 and they come and pick it up. Because obviously it's a wash machine and a bunch of other personal property like pillows and things like that. Obviously it was dumped. I think what had happened is one of those, somebody had called one of these disposal companies, these junk haulers, and instead of taking it to the dumps and spending 40 or 50 bucks to drop it off there, that they found a dark corner, which is this is a notoriously dark corner at night, and they probably dumped it there. And then because I had gone there the day before, literally I'd gone there the day before and didn't see anything. So we're very diligent when it comes to picking up people leaving trash. So when I spoke with the officer about this, and I asked her, I said, like, what, you know, this is an area that happens all the time. What can we do? And she says, well, you can put a camera there, which you know, I don't know how well that's going to work. But and I asked her, I said, what happens if we light it up? And so she goes, what do you mean? I said, well, because, you know, that corner is there's a lot of trees around there. There's a street light there, but it doesn't illuminate enough in that corner. So it's easy for someone to pull up, drop something there in the middle of the night or at night, and then drive off because no one's going to see it. So my thinking is that other than, you know, I haven't one of the tenants tell me if someone drops anything in there, is I'm going to illuminate the area. And I got to talk the owner into putting a camera there to see if we can find anyone. I don't know how, maybe people.
Hey, by the way, I just want to state this: at an earlier case today, we had some great camera footage that really proved the appellant's case. So
yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that was not dumped by the property owner nor the tenants, because there is a common laundry area in the building. And nobody had moved out at the building at that time. So, I mean, so no one has a washing machine in their apartment unit. And the pillows and pictures obviously came from the same area. So it wasn't our intention. So we did not do the dumping, number one. Number two, we, you know, if I see it, I call 311. I mean, I'm sure you can probably look up the 311 call logs and see that I have made a few calls on the owner's behalf there and a few other properties, you know. So I think this is a little over the top by presenting, you know, giving us a $250 fine when, you know, if I'd gone there like that day, I could have called, you know, 311 and submitted a call to pick up for these things, you know. So what I'm asking for is you to waive the fine, and then I will encourage the owner to get not only a video, but definitely I want to light it up. I definitely think we need to light it up. So he's on board.
Good deterrents.
Yeah, so I think he's on board with lighting it up. I think that'll definitely deter any kind of dumping. You know, I don't know. I think he's on the fence as far as the video, but I'm going to ask him. I said I'm going to encourage him through, you know, I'm gonna say, look, the city, the DPW encourages us to get a camera so we can, you know, catch him when dumping, you know. I mean, that's my pitch to you guys. I'm hoping you guys can see that that this was not our fault.
All right. Any advice from Public Works? I mean,
yeah, thank you, David, for your testimony. Thank you for your dedication to calling in to 311. I can speak, you know, on behalf of the inspector's assessment. Generally, something as large and heavy as a washing machine usually doesn't travel very far away from its origin, which is likely why it was determined that 45 Lincoln Way was the violator in this case. Certainly, having a shared laundry in the building is very compelling in regards to the specific items found on the sidewalk. So thank you for letting us know that information. And I certainly agree, lighting helps as a deterrent. It also helps just the feeling of safety in the area. You can get motion sensor, solar powered lights, so you don't even need to connect into the electrical for relatively affordable. And cameras are also helpful both as a deterrent and to prove the source of illegal dumping. Certainly dummy cameras can also serve as a deterrent. So that could be another option that might be, you know, less privacy invasive, but serve some of the same functionality.
all right. Any public comment? Hearing none. I will go ahead and send out my decision after considering the facts. You should get that or the owner should get that within a couple of weeks. And
okay, well, no, I appreciate it. Like I said, if it came from someone nearby, as what Mr. Schneider had pointed out, then most likely it came from one of the neighbors up the street. Maybe someone moved out.
Very likely, yes. No, I'm not. You know, if you have a record of being diligent, first offense, let's call it. This is pretty obvious. And as Mr. Schneider pointed out, there is, you know, having a laundry in the building is pretty compelling to me as well. So, you know, we'll waive the fee in this case.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, and thank you for keeping on top of working with the city on keeping. it
Thank you
clean.
very
Yeah,
much.
I'm also supportive of dismissing this one. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, now, typically, what I like to do, I'll usually go through and talk with, especially if you have new inspectors or new staff. I'll go through and talk through my thinking and get any of your feedback. And if you guys want to do that, I think, I think you and I are on the same page with most of them. The one that admitted, let me get some feedback from you guys. The one that admitted fault, that admitted their illegal dumping. I mean, wow, that's the first time that's happened to me. And $1,000 definitely sounds extreme, but it also sounded like there was a pattern that was not. I mean, it took us a while to catch them and correct it. But any opinion on the severity of the penalty here? Anybody can speak up.
It was the first time being caught. I'll put it that way. And so yeah, 1,000 does seem a bit much. And mostly I think that was just to get them to, contact us and kind of whip them into shape. So I would
500?
not. Yeah.
500?
Sure. Yeah.
I would also say,
Understood.
obviously the max that we can cite for this code violation is 1,000. So, the video footage, it's so blatant that when you watch it, that I can understand the thinking that Enos had.
Right.
Oftentimes we find identifying information, but actually seeing the violation
I appreciate
happen.
that
Yeah.
actually, and yeah, giving me a little leniency, or letting me hear them out, and the fact that for I guess I'm going to call it a first offense, and the fact that they bothered to show up and throw themselves on the mercy of the court.
Exactly.
I know when
agree
I
with
go to
that, too.
traffic court, if I'm in that position, well, I've seen people in that position, put it that way. I can't say I haven't been to traffic court in years, but that's kind of a standard. So I'm happy. I'll go ahead and hold that one at 500. The other one, the pizza place. Actually, that one, I definitely don't think the guy is 100% innocent. If it sounded like there was definitely garbage from his restaurant, even if it wasn't him. I don't necessarily believe that he's illegally dumping, but he's definitely not providing enough refuse capacity for what he generates. So I will reduce it. And if he was fined $250, 750, I'm thinking to drop it to $250 as, just I don't want to put the guy out of business or strain his business. I know restaurants have it very tough right now, but I do want to send a message that, that mess in the pictures is not acceptable. And he may not be directly responsible, but his business is, in my opinion. So.
Thank you. I mean, we obviously there is some history here. He was referencing, the pandemic, but we have some history pre-pandemic of similar violations. I would certainly encourage him to get the inside service back in action now that things are opening up.
And it's $250 enough to encourage that, you think? Especially if we keep on, if he doesn't, if he's not the one calling 311 or out there cleaning it up, if he had said those things, then that would have made me a lot more lenient. But everybody turns to the homeless. Yeah, we have a homeless problem. There's no doubt about that. We need to all do our part. And I don't want to hit him for the full 750, but if he's a repeat offender, he needs to be delivered a message. And there was, the majority of the earlier ones I know I was letting off. Let's see if I can get to my notes. So that last one we let off, I was thinking, $250 for the restaurant.
I say $750 for Mr. Lynn.
So 750 was okay. 750 was the fine initially? Or no, it was 1,000 and I was going to reduce that one to half, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll hit him for 5. Megan Phillips. Yeah. What was the total? I'm not looking at the paperwork. What was the total fine on that one?
That one was 250
250. All right.
for Union Street.
She's going to get dinged because she's really, you're going to take up the entire capacity of your apartment's can by throwing massive boxes in it. I mean, I can believe they did that she did that, and whoever dragged the cans out probably just took them out and set them aside so other people had room to put stuff in.
Yeah.
As I had kind of quit. So whatever. I'm still going to ding her for at least half. She didn't do it maliciously, but she needs to learn a lesson. So I'll probably cut that one in half. If any comments, speak up. Let's see. I got a let off. I think the rest. Yeah, the remaining one. We were letting off.
And then I would just ask that because we had the notice didn't get posted, that David was waiting to hear back from the city attorney. But we heard all of the appellants. But so I don't see, but we didn't get public comment. So I don't know if a continuance is still required so that we can have public comment. With trees, there's people that comment.
Oh, there's never anybody gives public comment. I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, I would just say that's where he's headed in terms of like we had to let them know that they had the option of a continuance because it wasn't posted. But I don't know what the city attorney is going to say. I think because we heard everyone and everyone got a copious amount of time to make their case, I think we should go ahead and proceed.
There's only 3 that are being fined, so it's just those 3 you have to consider. The others are being let off. So
yeah,
for Ian and Brian, I would that's what you're going to hear from David. So you can do with that information what you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to move
Okay.
forward like it's normal, and if he comes back and says, "Nope, you got to redo them with public comment," yeah,
it's fine.
then
Go through it.
whatever. We'll do what we have to do.
We're on the same page.
All right, good.
Brian, I just want to recognize that. I'm sorry. Clint, were you saying something?
I was just saying it was my error that it didn't get posted. So the agenda was made, but it didn't get put on the website. But there were notices were sent out. It just wasn't published on the Public Works website.
I just want to recognize, obviously, like I mentioned, I'm taking oversight of the outreach and enforcement here, and I do want to tighten things up and get back to where some of the citations that you're hearing here are have stronger evidence than some of the cases we heard today. So moving forward,
I appreciate that, and I appreciate your willingness to when somebody, I'm sure a few have slipped through the cracks that have totally made up stories or whatever. I mean, that's why I don't typically like to make a bench decision in front of people, let somebody off, because they'll start using those excuses to follow. So almost never do that. But yeah, if we can deliver the message, I mean, I got this from Ed Lee when I first started this, that we're trying to partner with people to make our city a better place. That really is a purpose. When you have people just complaining about the process and saying it's unfair, hey, these are the tools that we have to work with, and you're going to be inconvenienced a little bit, but it's the cost it's the cost that we all pay to try to make things better. So
yeah, and ultimately, it's important for people to know that the city is trying these kinds of efforts in addition to just cleaning up. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and